Hey guys, so I am back. I is end of November. What is it today? November 24th, so a month until Christmas Eve. And I wanted to do this last year, but I kind of missed the boat on it, so I thought I'd wait and do it this year. I'm going to set up an advent calendar. So I've seen these on YouTube before. So basically the idea is you take a diamond painting and divide it up. My cat's playing with something, of course. You divide it up into squares and do one square a night, and then by Christmas Eve your picture is finished. So anyway, I ordered this one here from Home Fun official store. It is just a cute little family picture. It's a nice easy 40 by 40 size, not too big, not too small, and it has 25 colors. I think we'll take a peek. And yeah, so I think it'll be a nice manageable size, manageable, to work on every evening. I do work shift work. I'm a nurse and I work evenings, so I'm giving myself a few extra days to do this. So I'm gonna start early. I'll have 24 squares to do, and I think I've got like 30 days to do it. So, it is what it is. You kind of just have to go with what you can do. So anyway, we're gonna get started on this. I bought a few new supplies so that I've got a new setup here. And I'll show you how I kit up as I do this, and yeah, we'll have a little chat and a little whip and chat, I guess. But anyway, we will get going on this. Okay. All right, so I just wanted to double check my camera and made sure I have enough storage on there, so I am good. So let's take a peek here. I'm gonna clear my stuff out of the way, and the first thing we're gonna do is take a peek at the picture we're gonna do. So got my little Santa Claus tablecloth on here. Lots going on, so I got lots to chat about. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this the right way around so I'm working the right direction here. And let's take a peek at our drills and stuff. So I did an unboxing of this one, but I didn't actually do like an inventory and stuff. So I kind of have a system that works for me. So I'm a little bit OCD, I guess you'd say, so I'll show you. I'm very mathematical in my thinking, so it works for me. I go with it, right? Okay, let's just adjust a little bit here. Okay, so our picture, there it is. I hope you can see that. Yeah, so it says family, a little bit of crazy, a little bit of loud, and a whole lot of love. This is going to be a gift for my aunt, so they're kind of like, my family's a little bit high risk during this time because I work in a long-term care home. So that puts my family at a little bit higher risk. I'll explain my thinking on that some other time. But my uncle is actually a guard at the jail. So they're really laying low too. You work in a place where transmission of a virus is higher probability, and you just want to keep people safe. So we probably won't be getting together for Christmas, so I'll probably drop this off to them sometime between Christmas and the New Year and do kind of a door visit or whatever. But anyway, so we have this picture. It is 24 colors. It looks like the biggest one that I have has 13 bags, which is my 310. So I should be okay to fit those all in one container, but we'll see. So what I normally do when I'm doing this is I start with my largest number first. So I'm gonna start with 310, and I should have 13 bags of that. I'm still in shop here, okay. And I know that I have 3 little ones and 2 big ones, so I'm good. So my symbol for that, I like to use these little containers I get from the dollar store. So I'm gonna take out a sheet of these little things here, and we're gonna see what our symbol is, and it is a U. So I'm gonna do that. And I put a little dot under it so I know what direction it faces. Just again, my OCD brain and the way it works. So you go with it. It is what it is. So I'm gonna stick that on there. And we're gonna empty these out. So, and anyway, hope everybody is doing well. We're okay. There was a case of COVID at my son's school yesterday. He was not identified as a close exposure, so he is still in school, which is kind of nice. You know, it's an eye-opener when it's like, actually, I was talking to a friend of mine the other night, and I said, you know, this virus, like, as prevalent as it's been around the world, I hadn't yet met anybody who had actually had it. So it kind of seems distant in a way, you know, like, my cats are playing and they're getting loud. So, you know, like, it doesn't really hit home. Like, it's something that's happening to other people, I guess. Like, you know, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but it just kind of doesn't seem real. And then this week it happened. One of my nurse friends she found out she was positive on Sunday. She got sick at work, and you know, she says she's doing well, but like, it's just kind of the reality of it hits in that like this is happening to people I know. The next one I have is 453, and I should have 11 bags of that, and that's the next biggest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So all 13. Oh, wait, I didn't. I lied. I have 2 bags of 310 left that did not fit in my container. So, yeah, so my friend said, like, she honestly thought she had allergies or a cold or something. She wasn't running a fever. She said she didn't feel bad. She just had a bit of a runny nose and a sore throat. So she went to work, and she got a call from public health telling her to go home. And she said she felt devastated. She felt like, you know, she said she felt betrayed almost, like angry, because she has been very careful. She was identified as high risk and took all the precautions and got sick at work. So, but you know, I think honestly, my opinion of it is when this whole pandemic started, everybody was being so loving and so caring and courageous, and you know, all these positive affirmations were going out about it. And now it's fear. It's just fear and rumors and negativity and evil, and like, okay, yeah, I don't know, like, I'm not a superstitious person or anything, but I do believe in you know, kind of the laws of the universe and stuff, and if we feed negativity into our lives, that's what we're gonna get back. So like, I don't know, go out and clap again, and you know, thank your frontline workers and your cashiers at your store, and do those good things again, people, because like, maybe I don't know, like, I don't think that maybe it will have an impact on our cases and stuff, but like, it's gonna affect it's gonna pull these over here. It's gonna affect the way you view things and your mental health, and that's gotta have an impact on something, you know. I don't know, just tired of the negativity, and I think that's like, I'm a very positive person. I try to keep a positive outlook. I've had a psychologist tell me it's a bad thing. I don't feel it is. I feel that, you know, keeping a positive outlook on things is what we need to do all the time. And like, you know, just don't hate people. Like, just if you know the old saying, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. And you know, that's kind of one of the mantras I've chosen to live by is, you know, whatever you do, just do it in love, and maybe things will be better. I don't know. I hate it. I don't like seeing the fear. You know, my friend who's, yeah, she's high risk, but I see what this is doing to her mental health, and that's hard. It's hurtful to see people judging and passing on hatred towards her because she's scared. You know, she's scared. That's her brain. That's where she's at. Let her be there. You know, I always say, you know, like, if I'm afraid of a dog, like, you can tell me your dog is nice. You can tell me that your dog has never bitten anybody. You can give me all the statistics you want, but you can't take my fear away. So like, if people are afraid, they're afraid, and they're gonna handle things in their own way, I guess. So just be gentle. But anyway, 453. So this one is F. I'm gonna do a few here. I might pop off camera and do some. We'll see how long this goes, but it usually takes me about an hour to do this, so it's gonna be long. Okay, so my next one is 453. I am done. So I am done 310. I am done 453, and then let's go on here. 6, 8, 19. Oh, 3072 has 7 bags, and our symbol for that one is a number 7. So let's find 3072. Just 1 second. Sorry guys, my phone rang. It was my contractor doing some work around the house, so I went ahead and kitted up some of the bigger numbers just to save some time. So yeah, so like I have one here with 13 bags, 11 bags, 12 bags, 8, 7, 10, 7. So I like to do that and just kind of go through and get my bigger ones out of the way. These little containers hold between 11 and 12 bags. I have a couple with some leftovers. So anyway, let's see. I'm going to do 318, has 7 bags. And our symbol for that one is a 9. So let's do that. Put the dot underneath it. 318. Yeah, so I'm doing some renos around the house. I've got a couple of big projects on the go. So when I bought my house 10 years ago, the story behind this area was, I don't want to give names and stuff because, like, you know how it goes, but there was a big property developer who had this idea in the 70s that he wanted to create like affordable, good, like, you know, mid-range homes for families that otherwise wouldn't have been able to afford them. So they offered like mortgage incentives and what they called sweat equity at the time, which was where you could actually come in and do work in your house, help with cleanup, painting, and they would remove some of the cost from your house. So anyway, the area that I live in is, there's 3 crescents and they kind of all interlock, like overlap with each other, you know, and there's like 8 different floor plans on like for all the houses on these 3 crescents. So I guess the story was that the houses were built, they were called quick builds. So the company came in and threw up these the frames for these houses, and you could come in, buy a house, and then pick your finishes. So like your kitchen cabinets, your flooring, paint colors, and have a home that was within 6 to 8 weeks was ready to move into. So, you know, it was easier for people to do it than have to building a house from the ground up. They were able to get a brand new home and still have their finishing touches in the house. So anyway, so all of the houses in my area were what they called these quick builds, and they sold very well because at the time it was easy to get a mortgage on them. They were economical, and they were nice houses at the time. So anyway, the company basically, from my understanding, sold these houses quicker than they could build them. So what they did was they subcontracted a lot of the work to local tradesmen. And I guess back in the 70s, building codes were not up to par like where they are now. So, you know, I've heard stories of people like finding garbage in their walls and like electrical wiring behind their bathtubs and stuff. So anyway, I knew my basement walls were not great. So I decided to have an engineer come over and look at them. And we thought that we needed to do 2 basement walls that needed to be braced. So I had decided I was going to do bracing and waterproofing and new weeping tiles on the inside so that I didn't have to take up my driveway and all of that. And anyway, so that was great. I got quoted a price. I was able to, you know, financially it was good. and then the contractor came in and started taking the walls down, and it wasn't one wall, wasn't two walls, it was the entire basement. Had a horizontal crack at the 4-foot level. So basically the walls were, you know, like coming in on themselves. So it was a blessing I found it when I did. But $414, it went from a $20,000 job to a $40,000 job. So also meant that I had to oh, my Bluetooth speaker just shut off. I had to redo all of the exterior walls in the basement. So like I don't have a money tree in my backyard, especially after that. You know, had to like draw some savings and stuff to pay for that. I had no choice. So what I've been doing is kind of doing the basement, like putting it back together as I can afford it. So like about a year ago, I had the windows done. And then after that, I had framing and framing insulation and poly done. This summer we did the drywall. I had someone come in and drywall and mud and tape and prime, and I've been painting. So the next step, oh, and then a couple weeks ago I did the laminate flooring. I had a friend of mine came in and he gave me a very good deal on that, and so it's done. So the next step is like the fun part, cabinets and trim and stuff. So but I'm finding there's like a lot of decisions to be made right now, like what kind of cabinets I want, what kind of doors I want down there, and like I'm trying to pick stuff that I like without breaking the bank. So like, you know, if funds were this is V, if funds were unlimited, like I had some really nice things I wanted to do down there, like vinyl flooring, and wanted to put in, you know, extra windows, and but like how much money do you put into a house, you know? So 415 has 3 and our symbol is N. Let's find that one. Yeah, so anyway, long story short, it's getting done. We're super happy with it to have the usable space again. 415, where are you? Yeah, so it's nice. We've got our little home theater set up down there now. Well, where is it? Here it is. So that's really nice. We've been down there. We actually went down and watched Christmas movies last night, and it's so nice. Like, this project, you guys, has been like years, you know, from bracing to, you know, tear out and getting the carpets out of there. I think I've looked back at my calendar and it's been a 5-year process to be able to go sit down there with a hot chocolate and watch a Christmas movie and actually like enjoy that space again. Oh, wow. It was so nice. I'm just waiting for an electrician to come to replace a couple lights down there. And once my lighting is better, I will do a little tour and kind of show you guys what I did. And I think that I made some really smart choices as far as budget goes. And, you know, I might have some tips and tricks of how to save a little bit of money when you're doing a reno, because, like, they're not cheap. And so G is 451. And, you know, as a single mom, it's just that much more. Like, you want to make sure that you're getting what you want, but you're not getting hosed. Like, find that some contractors will do that. They're like, oh, single woman, and, you know, like, I got a good job, and see what we can get out of her. And so sometimes, you know, it pays to get those second opinions, to do your research, to really figure out like what quality of product you're getting, because, you know, sometimes somebody will tell you, oh, that product's no good, you don't want that, and then when you research it, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe that is sufficient for what I need, you know, like. So renos are tricky because there's a lot of money to be had in it, you know, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could easily get hosed. So, you know, anyway, yeah, I'm so excited to have that basement done again, and just, oh, so nice to use it. So I'm doing that, and I'm also doing doors, and I had my front door replaced and bay windows replaced. I'm having some issues with that contractor. They're working really well to try to solve the problems, but you know, like just with the slowdown this spring, they're really struggling to keep caught up with their workload. So like normally it would have been, you know, oh, we'll come out next week to do a measure, and now it's like we can't get you in for 2.5 weeks. So that's been kind of taking a little bit longer, but you know, I'm happy. There's been some issues, like the trim on my window was not, it wasn't finished. Like it, you know, it's a PVC trim, and they didn't sand it and caulk the edges, so they look unfinished, but they're coming back to fix it. So you know, you're gonna have that, you're gonna have issues, but as I think, to me, the mark of a good contractor is not the lack of problems, it's how they deal with their problems. So I did FD 524. Let's find that one. Some of these colors are all so similar. Here it is, 524. That's a really nice green. I think I have some of that one. So this one here is, like I said, is D. Let's get that one done. I might, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish these up using a time lapse, and then I'll come back and we will do our calendar. Just trying to get my son to go to bed. He's having a rough time falling asleep tonight, so might have to duck out, but we'll see how this goes. So anyway, I'm all done kitting up. Had a few bags left, which is okay. Get those put away. Got a new toolkit here. So I bought this little container here to put my drills in for this project, because I think I'm going to be working on this one alongside another one. So just gonna put these little guys all in here. I hope they fit. They should fit. Yeah, good. I don't really have a desk to work at, so I set up at the dining room table all that, and sometimes, you know, you gotta put things away if you've got company coming or whatever. But ooh, this might be tight. Oh well. Let's see. This might not work. I guess I'm not putting a lid on that, but oh well, it is what it is. Maybe I'll switch out some of my containers for some smaller ones. I'll figure that out. But anyway, that's not too bad. Yeah, let's try. I can take some of these that have fewer drills in them, put them in smaller containers. So I shall do that tonight, later on. That's done. All right, so I kind of took a look at how I was going to divide this up. I did it roughly, but that is what it is. Just grab a straight edge here. So I think what I'm going to do is, I've got 4 numbers here, and I'm going to do 6 this way and 4 this way. This is the top of the canvas. This is the bottom. My key is up here. So anyway, I kind of went through and marked where I wanted to make my cuts here. So I'm not like I don't know, it doesn't have to be perfect, I guess, but that's one. Oh goodness, I hope I didn't screw that up. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna do 4 over here. I made another one here. So I'm gonna do 4 across this way. So that goes 2 there, and then I'm gonna do 1 right through the middle. Flip that around. Oh, that's not bad. I'm gonna do 1, run in the middle, and then line that up as best as I can, and do that one here. My blade is really sharp, so I don't want to go too deep. Okay, this one here, I'm just gonna like freehand these ones at the bottom and use those as a bit of a guide. A bit of a ripple in there. I've marked those ones. There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to use this kind of just as a guide here so I get some decently straight lines. There we go. Okay, where's my other one? Here. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. I got it. There we go. Pretty close. Now, let's do the same thing. I'm going to just freehand these. Easier that way. It doesn't really matter. The whole picture's going to get done anyway, right? I just don't want to go too deep that I'm scoring my picture. Okay. It's really hard to see where these are, but okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna do these randomly, and I think once I get the first one on in each line, I'll know where my lines are. Here we go. 3, 4. There we go. Okay, now I can just follow those as kind of a guide. So I'm gonna do 5. I'm gonna put this one here. 6, 7, 8, 9. This part's a little trickier than I thought it would be. I can see why people mark them with masking tape now. 10. I'm gonna do this one. 11. big squares on some of them, but that's okay. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's do 19 down here. 20. Running out of spots. 22, 21, 22, 23. Oh, I've got 2 on that one. 24. There we go. That is all done. So there is my advent calendar, guys. I'm gonna start this, and I'm hoping to do a video every day and give you an update on how I'm doing. I thought I'll do some whip and chats, I'll do some time lapse, and we'll go from there. So let's take a peek at what square one is gonna look like. I'm just gonna lift it up. I'll put it down. I'm not gonna. It's too late to start tonight, so just gonna turn it. A little bit of a. There we go. Just get that started. The one nice thing about this picture is that even though it is bigger, there is only 24 colors, so it shouldn't be too complicated. But the home fun ones do tend to be pretty confetti heavy, so we'll see what happens. But ooh, this one's not coming up very well. There we go. So there we go. That looks like that's going to be my first square. I'm going to take that off because it started. That'll be the first one. So yeah, there we go, guys. There is my advent calendar. And by Christmas Eve, I will. Let's get that little thing off there. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. So anyway, there we go, guys. There it is. My finished advent calendar for this crazy year. Yeah, hopefully next year is better. But anyway, guys, there we go. That is my advent calendar for this year. Thanks for joining me for this video. Talk to you soon.